I live in Canada, but I support a team in London, and I don't know why. I was drawn to English football because of Arsenal. That's the only answer that I have. Arsenal became something that I just went back to every day just out of curiosity, and now it's just something that I can't go 10 minutes without thinking about. Football comes to people in like a lot of different ways. You know, football can come to you as a tradition, as a family tradition. It can come to you as a bragging right. It can come to you as even as a friend in not so good times. I think for me it was the last one. I started supporting in 2009 when we just moved from Dubai to Canada, and starting over your social life is not the easiest thing. It's a depressing thing, and it was at that point that I remembered all these years that my brother in Dubai used to tell me all about Arsenal. You know, we played the greatest football, Arsene Wenger is this and that, and the Invincibles. He was a bit of a glory hunter. And so I'm like, you know what? I have nothing to do. I need to occupy my mind with something. So I just Google searched, what's happening with Arsenal. I didn't know anything about the transfer market. I didn't know what was what. So first thing I see is that we signed Lucas Podolski, and I'm thinking, oh shit, this is a big thing. Like, to me, it was still the Lucas Podolski from 2006's World Cup, and I'm like, this is a huge thing for Arsenal. I guess we're in the big leagues. I guess we're one of the big contenders for the title. And then I guess from there on out, it was just something that I kept coming back to. We have every right to want more. And I can actually give you a comparison to Toronto FC, a team that has maybe 100th the ambition of Arsenal. And 2 years ago, when we didn't win the final, we had banners in the stadium that were asking for the manager's head. And the same manager next year brought us everything. We were basically the Bayern Munich of MLS. That shows that there's impatience in every single set of fans. I think I don't want to bring them up, but I think Arsenal Fan TV highlights a lot of that in our fans. But if you see the one comical season that Manchester United had, they got Andy Tate. I think Chelsea Fan TV over the years have had a lot of viral videos because of just how bad they are every other season. I think every set of fans has that sort of impatience in them. Obviously, if you're a fan from abroad, you're a lot more, I don't want to say grateful, but you appreciate the little things, especially, if I came here for a game and we lost, I think it would have still been a great thing for me, like a great experience for me. But people who go to the games every single day, they have the ability to look past that, and they have the ability to look at the bigger picture. But I think it's the same complaints over in Canada as well that you find from people over here. Fans nowadays are a lot more quick to judge and a lot more quick to have extreme opinions, because those are the ones that obviously get noticed now. I don't think it's specifically something about abroad fans that would influence. I think the more people you have to talk about the one thing that you love with, the more intense that love gets. And I don't think you can explain obsessions that easily. A guy could be collecting stamps. I was about to say food stamps, but stamps. And if you ask him, he's going to give you an answer. It's not going to be a rational one. And I think it's the same thing with football. It's weird living in Toronto but supporting a team from London. It's something I just don't think you can explain obsessions that easily. My dad makes fun of me every single day, especially because of how bad we're doing right now. He tells me it's not too late to change your teams. You know that, right? You could have picked any team. But it's the same thing with him. Like, I can't tell him why I keep supporting Arsenal, especially since I've missed all of the biggest glory days that we've had in our history. I've missed all of that, and then I started supporting after that. So it's a really difficult thing for me to explain to people. Yeah. People like Thierry Henry, people like Dennis Bergkamp. Obviously, Tony Adams is someone that I don't think from our generation a lot of people have really seen play that much, but we know a lot about him. I think that's me with people like Thierry Henry. I haven't seen them play live in the moment, but I've heard a lot about them. And it's a weird thing for an Arsenal fan to say, but Thierry Henry doesn't mean to me as much as Aaron Ramsey does, just because I was there in the moment when he did things for us. People like Dennis Bergkamp don't mean that much to me. People like Freddie Ljungberg probably means the most to me, because in FIFA 2005 he just had the craziest hair, and that's what I remember about him. But apart from that, my legends are people like Laurent Koscielny, Ramsey, as I mentioned, and Mesut Ozil. And obviously Arsene Wenger is the only living legend that I'm getting to see since I started watching football and following it. And even that, I mean, he's at the end of his career. He's way on the spiral down, as as they would say.
Is there anything at all that you'd like to add?
Nah, I'm just really fucking cold.